Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is Saturday. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. A couple of things we're going to cover today is just take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we're also going to take a look at a story that we have from DMG. They provided their production updates for November. We'll take a look at it. They're actually right now the BTC per exahash leader out of the bunch that have reported. We'll see if they can continue this once everybody else reports. And then we'll just take a look at the Bitcoin miners, see how they did against Bitcoin this week. And we'll call it a day. Pretty easy day today, okay? So as always, you guys know the drill here, not financial advice. This is for entertainment only. Do your own research. Do not fall for scams. Spam posts get reported and deleted. I'm invested in the following coins and companies for full disclosure, so you guys are aware. And if you enjoy this type of content, where we talk about the Bitcoin miners, ASIC miners, things like that, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. Okay, let's get into the markets here really quick on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin right now is down a little bit. Looking at the daily chart right now, it is at 16,945, so it's down about 0.88% right now. Ethereum is also down a little bit to 2.41% down, so it's a little bit more down than Bitcoin is, and it's at 1,264 right now. We don't have any real direction as far as which way Bitcoin wants to go. Look at the 1 hour chart. RSI has been kind of flat here. You can see the bottoms that we had here, 1, 2, 3, now 4. Bitcoin at that same time has pretty much has been going down a little bit here, but not much from the bottoms there. So we'll see if we're getting a little bit of a reversal, more to a bearish pattern this weekend, and then if things will change over the next week, we'll keep an eye on it. But right now, it's just really no direction whether it wants to go up or down. So we'll keep an eye on it. Same thing for Ethereum. Ethereum right now on the 1 hour chart, you can see here that it is turning a little bit more bearish. Look at the RSI here at 35 on the 1 hour chart. Last time we were here was back here. Price was higher on it. So it's turning a little bit more bearish than Bitcoin is right now. Okay, so something to be mindful of for this weekend. And like I said, we'll see how next week plays out. Right now, like I said, there's really no direction which way it wants to go. So we'll keep an eye on it. Next, let's take a look at the Bitcoin network hash rate right now. Let's reload the page, and we are looking at the 7-day average. 7-day average here is at 243 million right now, terahashes per second. If we look at the 1-day average, it has come down a little bit, and I think it's the same as it was yesterday at 229 million. Hasn't changed over yet. We did the video yesterday, what was it, 20 some hours ago. So it still hasn't changed over yet. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. And we are still 480 days from the next Bitcoin halving event. We're getting closer day by day. We're getting there. Hopefully next year, within the next month or so, once we start getting closer to the year time frame for the next halving event, I think we may see a little bit of a rally. How much of a rally, really don't know. Okay, but that's if history repeats itself. But it might not be until closer to like 6 months away from the halving. But we'll keep an eye on it nonetheless. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers here that we have for DMG. So DMG provided this yesterday on their Twitter account. And here is what they had. BTC mine was 88. This is actually an increase for them, so that's good. But we'll look at the numbers that I have for them. Daily average of 2.93 BTC, which is fine. They're a pretty small miner as it is. Miners added, so they got 300 units added of the S19 XPs. Those are the 140 terahash miners. Those are good ones. That is helping them with their efficiency for BTC per exahash. Hash rate added was 42 petahash, and hash rate reached a high of 842 petahash, and they averaged 830. So they might be right around this. I have them at 837, I think, is where I have them right now, based on that. So they did receive the Bitmain September order of S19 XPs. They also received the Bitmain order of the S19 XPs in Vancouver December 1st, and installation is slated for this week. So that's good. So that's going to get them up another 42 petahash potentially as well. That'll help them out in December, so that's good. They're continuing to install, which is great to see. Don't know anything about how they usually report on their quarterly results. We're still waiting on those. When those come out, we will go over them. Hopefully they report those within the next couple of weeks before the year end. We're already 2 months out from when the quarter ended in September, so it's due, okay? So let's take a look at the numbers that I have for them, and we'll get into the weekly miners versus Bitcoin. Okay, so DMG blockchain shares out is 174 million right now. Stock price about 15 cents. Market cap is 26 million. And what else do we have here? Current hash rate, I have them at 879. That doesn't seem right. Why is that pulling that up? Let's see your monthly stats. Where is that getting that information from? 879. Oh, because I added the 42 that are going to be installed in December. but they're actually at 137 right now. So that's where that's coming from. Future hash rate about 1 exahash when they get everything installed. They are about 84% currently operational and about 18.6% left of growth in that one. Hash rate average per miner is 104, so that's one of the better ones that we're currently covering. We know that Marathon's going to be putting in a lot of the S19 XPs. That will also help them out tremendously, along with some of the other miners. But right now, I believe they're the leader here as far as efficiency goes per miner. And BTC HODL is still 344. This was reported on August 11th. And we'll see if we can get an update from that when they actually report for the September quarter ending. That will probably change. We'll see where that's at. We'll update it then. Okay, now looking at their BTC production here, we can see that they did peak in April of 88.07. After that, it kind of dipped way down, about half of that in May was 48, 76 in June, 54 in July, and then they've been nicely increasing here over the last couple months with a steady increase, which is good. 69 in August, 77 in September, 81.7 in October, and now 88. So they're getting close to their record here. I think they might be able to get close to that in December with the more miners that they have installed. Okay. And so their efficiency right now is 105, but that's based on the 837. So that's just the end of reporting that they have. If we use the average for the last 2 months, so November and October, we get a little bit of higher result for them. You can see it here. Where's DigiHost? DigiHost, or DMG, sorry, is right there. So they're at 108, excuse me, 108 BTCs per exahash. So that's pretty good. That's right now the highest one, even beating out Bitfarms right now at 105. So that's where we are with that one. And it looks like they possibly earned a revenue of 1.54 million currently for the month of November. And we're using the average Bitcoin price here for the month of November. That's why we're getting that number. And let's see, what else can we show you guys here? Oh, this is their BTC per, should be BTC per exahash. Forgot to change that. EH. Okay, so that's their BTC per exahash. You can see here also, ever since July, it has been increasing each month, which is really good. This is something we want to see. So they've been having slow incremental improvements, which are helping out greatly, so it's fabulous. Okay. Now, the miners that we did install here for November were the 300, 140 terahash miners, the 42 petahash that increased for them, and that is helping them out here. Those were running for about 20 days. The rest of the miners, for some reason, though, were only running for about 23 days as far as I calculated. So I don't know what happened there. They didn't provide any information, but they get us pretty close to the 1.54 million in revenue for the month. Okay. Now, if they install the miners, well, they're saying that they're going to install those. So let's say they got those installed within the last couple of days. So they're going to be only mining for maybe 29 days. On that one, we're looking at Bitcoin stays where it's at. Everything stays where it's at. They're looking at about 2 million in revenue if they mine for the full month. Given that they haven't really mined for a full month in the last couple of months, we can see here that in October they were down a little bit, a couple of days here in mining. Same thing for September and same thing in August, but it's getting a little bit better here. Through October got better, and then November for some reason was down to 23 days. So 7 days not mining. Okay, so that is where we're looking at things right now. Institution-wise, we still have, institutions did pick up a little bit. So we now have 7 institutions buying the shares. Some have sold out, it looks like. We now have 1.9 million shares instead of 2.2, and percentage owned went down to 1.15 compared to 1.34. We did get one more analyst rating on him for a strong buy and one buy, so that's the same. High is still 74 now, so up a little bit from 73, but the average and the low came down a little bit to 61 cents and 48 cents from 73 cents, only having one analyst at that time. So that's how the analysts are looking at it. Let's see how I have been priced out at, and we're still, like I said, we're waiting for the end of September quarter numbers. Once those come out, things will get updated a little bit here. But right now we're using the last 3 quarters of known numbers, which are for the quarter ending in June, quarter ending in March, and then we're using the last year's numbers for quarter ending in December. For the last 3 quarters, that would be those, 26.6 million, and the current quarter is about 4.1 is where I have them at. We'll see how close I get to that. If we're using a PE of 15, once Bitcoin starts going back up, we're looking at $1.33 to $1.99 possibly. If their efficiencies go up, they're pretty efficient as it is right now. But I don't, well, depending how fast Bitcoin starts running up, they could get a PE of 20. So we're looking at $1.77 to $2.65. But ideally, I'm looking between a PE of 10 for them because they do have almost all their miners installed. They have a very little growth left in them. I would say anywhere between 10 and 15 PE would be fair in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So from 88 cents to $1.33. And if we go to 15, we're looking at $1.33 to $1.99. Still a huge increase for them at 15 cents right now where they are. So I do think they are undervalued, as are all the other miners as well. Okay. I think that is it. I think we covered pretty much everything else that I wanted to cover on this one. Overall, yes, they are a small miner, but they're doing all the right things. They're getting good equipment in, they're getting it installed, and they're improving on their BTC mined monthly along with their BTC efficiency. So they're doing a fantastic job, I think. Like I said, we're waiting for the end of September numbers for them. We'll have to look at their balance sheet, how that looks. We can see the balance sheet down here for them in Q3, which is, I believe, their June ending quarter. They had current assets of 1.2 million Canadian dollars. That was a decrease from the 6.2 that they had the prior quarter. And what else do we have here? Digital assets also went down to 10 million from 21. So we'll see how they actually do on their balance sheet here. As far as debt, they had a total of long-term deposits, property equipment, and so they had a total, looks like 106 million total. Oh, that's assets. Well, geez, assets. Okay, my bad. Current liabilities. I was thinking that's kind of high for them. I thought it was lower. So total liabilities or current liabilities is only 5.9 million. So that's not too bad. And their total liabilities is 5.9 million Canadian dollars, approximately 4.4 million USD dollars. So that's not too bad. They have, I believe, enough to cover that with the current assets that they do have. Accounts receivable, digital assets, yeah. So there should be fine there. No worries on that one. But we'll see when their September ending quarter is reported on. Okay. So overall, great job. Keep it up. We do want to see them grow beyond the 1 exahash. I'd love to see them get up to maybe 3, 4, or 5 exahash by the end of next year. Might be a little tough. They started out at 500 petahash this year in January, and they've only increased by about 300 to 400 by the time this month is over with in petahash. So they've doubled that. It'd be nice to see if they could also double that going into next year. So 2 to 3 exahash would be nice for them. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the miners here on the weekly time frame. See how they did against Bitcoin, and we'll call it a day. All right, miners weekly. There we go. Here's what we're looking at here. So Bitcoin for this week was actually up 3.43%, and I'm using the end of Friday Bitcoin price. And let me see if I can zoom this in for you guys. It's 200. There we go. Okay. So I'm using the Friday to Friday numbers. We're up 3.43% on the week. For Bitcoin, companies that did better than Bitcoin are Hut 8. They were up 4.17%. Hive was up 4.23%. Marathon was up really nice, 11.09%. And Riot was even better. They were up 11.96% this week. BitDigital did a little bit less, a little worse. They were only up 3.08%. CleanSpark was up 2.7%. Core Scientific was up $1.45%. Soluna was down 1.25%. GreenEdge down 1.69%. DMG was down 3.18%. Iris was down 3.9%. Bitfarms was down 5.7%. DigiHost down 7.14%. Sphere was down 10.4%. Mawson was down 22.5%. And Argo was down 23.7%. So there's some serious concerns with Argo going on right now. We'll see if they can get themselves out of the trouble that they're in a little bit. I'm hoping that they do. Okay, so that was on the weekly chart here. You can see that, how that all worked out. But one thing I wanted to take a look at was Riot and Marathon. How did they do the week prior? So if we look at it here, Riot and Marathon, that was last week. I think it might be just a bounce from having a bad week last week. Marathon was down 16.17% last week. Riot wasn't down too bad. It was only down 0.7%, but the weeks prior, both were down pretty bad. 23.5 for Marathon and 16.5 for Riot. And I think you guys might be hearing my stomach growling. I'm starting to get hungry. Yeah, so overall, they've had a pretty bad span of 4 weeks. This might be just a bounce from that, it looks like, for those guys. And let's take a look at it on the 4-week chart. So on the 4-week chart, we can see Bitcoin's actually up 0.3%, while everybody else is down. So let's take a look at that. We'll do that ascending. And let's look at it over here. So everybody did worse than Bitcoin on the 4-week time frame. The worst one was Iris Energy, followed by Greenidge, Bitfarms, Core, Marathon, Argo, Sphere 3D, Mawson was down 22, Hut 8 was down 21.8, DigiHost down 17, Hive, BitDigital, CleanSpark, DMG, Soluna, Riot, they were all worse than that. So it has been a good 4 weeks for the miners. It has been really good last 12 weeks in general for them. Looking at the 8 weeks as well, we can see here, going down here, there we go. Bitcoin is down 10.93%. BitDigital actually did better, down only 9.03. Core Scientific down 87, Argo down 62, Soluna down 55, Iris down 52, Greenidge down 46, Bitfarms down 39, Marathon down 32, Hut down 32, Hive down 30, Mawson down 24, Sphere 3D down 24, CleanSpark or Sphere 3D is down 20, CleanSpark is down 19, DigiHost is down 17, DMG is down 14. Wait, DigiHost was down 17, DMG is down 14, Riot is down 13, and Bitcoin is down 10.93 on the 8-week chart. And finally, we'll take a look at the 12-week really quick. And let's see who's done better than Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's down only 13.53%. Everybody did 2x or 3x, 4x, even close to 5, 6x worse than Bitcoin in the last 12 weeks. So Bitcoin's down 13.57, Riot is down 25, BitDigital is down 26, DMG is down 30, DigiHost is down 31, Hut is down 35, Marathon down 36, CleanSpark down 39, Sphere is down 47, Hive is down 47, Mawson down 50, Bitfarms down 53, Soluna down 60, Iris is down 68, Greenidge is down 73, Argo is down 84, and Core Scientific is down 92 from that time frame ago. Okay, so like I said, it hasn't been a great last 12 weeks for them. We are starting to get a little bit of a rally here in last week. We'll see how long it can continue going on, but we see that only a couple of the miners were up this past week, where what we really need to see is like a full green line across to really have a good rally here for Bitcoin and the miners as well. Like we've seen it here in the last, when was this? Back in August, we had almost 4 weeks of a rally here, starting in July 22nd week. We had a nice rally there for almost 4 weeks. And then we pretty much cooled off for about 4 weeks. We had a little bit of rally in 9/9, 2 weeks of being in the red, slight rally here 9/30th, and then we were in the red again 2 weeks, almost 3, and then we're starting to kind of shift it back and forth a little bit right now. We'll see where we end up at by the end of the year, and how December is, whether or not we have a happy holiday or if we don't. Okay, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of this. What do you think of DMG? I thought it was fantastic that they are improving every month, which is great to see. So let me know. And as always, Spreadsheet is available to my Patreon members. Thank you to everyone there for their continued support. Love them all over there. And we'll see what else we can come up with tomorrow for a video. We'll see what's going on, see what numbers I can pull up on these spreadsheets, see what kind of is cool to take a look at. All right. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.